Hello, my name is Doma Nama, and this is my reflections of my project on the charity fundraising event titled A Celebration for a Cause under the theme Giving Through Culture. So, this project was part of the Principle of Project Management module at Ravensbourne University, London. In these reflections, I will walk through the key learning experiences, the challenges I have faced, how I overcame them, and the insight that I have gained, and also how this journey has influenced my overall understanding of project management. To structure my reflections, I have applied elements of Gibbs reflective cycle, which will encourages us to think through an experience across stages such as description, feelings, evaluations, analysis, conclusion, and action planning. So first of all, I would like to share my learning experience throughout this project management. So one of the most valuable aspect of this project was the opportunity to apply theoretical project management principle to a realistic simulated scenario, where I was able to implement the complete project life cycle from initiation and planning to scheduling, budgeting, risk management, and stakeholder communication. So while developing the work breakdown structure, it has taught me how to logically break down a complex project into manageable work packages and tasks. So this clarified the scope and helped me to estimate time and resource allocations effectively. Um, and by creating the Gantt chart and project schedule, it has further emphasized the importance of sequencing and task dependencies, which has helped me to understand how visual tools enhance clarity and accountability within project timelines. Also, I have found myself referring often to a PMBOK guide to ensure that I was aligning with global standard and practices by drafting the quality plan, risk plan, and setting key performance indicator, which is also known as KPIs. So another key learning point was stakeholder analysis, which will provide me with a practical understanding of that communication management and influence mapping. So despite this engaging nature of the project, I have encountered several challenges, both technical and personal. So the first major challenge was time management. While many deliverables to prepare, like WBS, Gantt chart, risk matrix, and cost breakdown, I initially underestimated how long each section would take, and this has caused me stress, and I sometimes felt overwhelmed trying to meet the deadlines while maintaining quality. Secondly, cost estimations was very challenging, since this was a hypothetical event and I need to conduct market research to source realistic hypothetical event, where I need to conduct market research to research to source realistic figures for AV rental, catering, and market materials. So this was very time consuming, and I was unsure if my estimations were practical enough for a real event. Another challenge was assigning responsibilities within the RACI matrix. It was difficult to ensure that each role was properly allocated or not without any overlap or confusion. So I had to revise it multiple times to clarify the distinction between accountability and responsibility. So finally, creating the risk severity matrix helped me to struggle to assign accurate likelihood and impact ratings for some risks, which such as volunteer no-show or vendor cancellations, which might seem unpredictable during the project, and has made planning mitigation strategies like more difficult. So reflecting on these moments, I recognize that these challenges caused moments of self-doubt and anxiety, particularly when I felt uncertain about the realism of my assumption for or feared of missing any key components during the project. So, to address these challenges, I adopted several strategies. For time management, I broke the project into smaller subtasks and assigned internal deadlines for each task by using Excel, where to build a personal tracker mirroring the format of my official schedule. That has kept me that has helped me to keep me on track. And for cost estimations, I applied a bottom up approach, sourcing individual prices from supplier website, adjusting for student discounts, and comparing against past event benchmark. This helped me to build a cost breakdown structure based on practical data. In terms of risk planning, like I used online case studies and academic sources to identify common risks in culture and charity event, and then I created a matrix to prioritize them and drafted backup plans, including sourcing secondary performers and adding contingency fund. So throughout this process, I utilize AI tools such as Grammarly for proofreading and ChatGPT for idea generations and paragraph restructuring. These tools contributed to improve clarity, and I gained greater confidence in my writing communications while using these tools. Reflecting through the analysis and evaluation stages of GIP cycles, I saw how each solution not only resolved a problem but also improved my critical thinking and decision making under pressure. The also the most valuable insight that I gained was the significance of adaptability. Even the most well planned projects can encounter unforeseen changes or logical gap. Being flexible and willing to revise part of these plans was very crucial for success. Another insight was the crucial role for communications, whether through internal team communications via Zoom or stakeholder briefing through newsletter. I realized that structured communication is what maintains a project coherence. Also, moreover, I now understand how KPIs offers a powerful way to track success and adjust plans. So metrics such as donation tools, social media reach, and attendee satisfaction were not just number; they were tools for improvement and strategic alignments. The project has deeply reshaped my understanding of what it means to be a project manager. It is not just about overseeing tasks, it is about inspiring, leading, adapting, and listening. So, yeah, I now see the value of transformational leadership. Encouraging shared goals, empowering teams, and creating environments of innovations and inclusion. So additionally, I've learned to view project not as checklist but as value driven journeys where impact, sustainability, and stakeholder satisfactions are just as important as timely delivery. And through this experience, I have built strong confidence in using tools like WBS, Gantt chart, and RIX matrices. And I believe that I am better to prepare for future projects, both academically and professionally. So, last but not the least, this project has been an enriching journey that enabled me to integrate theoretical knowledge with practical applications, where I developed skills in planning, leadership, risk analyzing, budgeting, and communications, all within a meaningful and socially driven context. Before I end this video, I want to say a big thank you to my model tutor for her guidance, support, and valuable feedback throughout this journey. Because your teaching has made a huge difference in my learning experience, as well as for all the students in a group. And of course, thank you to everyone watching my video. Your time means a lot, and I hope this reflections gave you some insight into my experience. And yeah, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you once again.